For an MS person, they're constantly dealing with loss. There's a loss of mobility. There's a loss of self.
Shirley Atkins has multiple sclerosis. She volunteers as a peer support leader to others with MS.
It's a chance for them to laugh, to share their experiences, to find out solutions.
For organizations dedicated to helping, volunteers make the difference.
We could not function without our volunteers. They're critical to the success of this program.
And for volunteers, coordinators give valuable direction to their efforts.
The people who are living with MS, they are the experts. I facilitate these programs so that the experts can deliver them to the people who are in need.
And by working together, their efforts are even more rewarding.
My link with Ellen is unbelievable.
I'm helping them to help themselves. And to me, there's nothing more satisfying in the whole world than being able to do that.
Tell me your first impressions of Helen when you first met her.
My goodness, do you want me to be honest?
It's funny because we've been friends for a long time, and you know, as your lives, you know, sort of go apart a bit, ours really haven't.
Bill Norrie and Helen Hales have been friends for over 49 years. Together and as individuals, they have built a legacy of volunteerism and community activism in Manitoba.
She has a very unique ability to work with people, very committed to the groups that she worked with.
He's been so involved. The Jimmy Carter Habitat for Humanity, the Forks Mayor. He would rather work things out than fight about it.
We had the same sort of chemistry in a way. We enjoyed working with people, and she had a vision.
I was getting the volunteer center off the ground, and when you're doing that, you're involved with a lot of charities and the organizations, and so was Bill.
From the time Helen started up until now, there's been a great growth in volunteerism. I would lay that at her doorstep.
Through decades of change that has transformed how we look at others, at our community, and at the idea that we can all make an impact, Bill Norrie and Helen Hales have been incredible visionaries on how volunteerism can strengthen community.
You get into another spectrum of the community which, if you don't volunteer or you're not a volunteer yourself, is unknown to you.
I think I've been very lucky. I've had a wonderful career. I've met so many really wonderful people. It's wonderful to see what people do to help others.
Like many small communities, Gimli risks losing its young people.
After high school, there isn't a lot keeping anyone here, and so everyone goes to Winnipeg, and there isn't much to bring them back after they get their education.
But a volunteer opportunity is changing that.
The entire project has been about, just providing a youth voice.
And what was important to the 25 kids aged 14 to 18 who got involved?
Does that affect the level of nitrogen?
The Water Conservation Education Project. It was really initiated by the youth, and we got funding for it, and were able to do exactly what we wanted to do.
The Gimli Youth Leadership Council is also partnering with a sister community in Tanzania, developing a skate park, and one of their members sits on town council.
It's just really important for youth to recognize that to improve things for themselves, they have to be there giving their youth voice.
But it never really felt like somewhere I would really want to come back to. And now, after having been involved in so many things, I've started to really love Gimli.
This is about Filipinos living in Winnipeg. Filipinos have been in Manitoba for almost 50 years. There's about 50,000 Filipinos in Winnipeg.
I came from the Philippines in 1997. It's important to give back to the community, and that's where volunteering comes in.
It's a nipa hut, and this is a bunch of Filipinos carrying it on their backs, on their shoulders. So it's the Bayanihan spirit. They're moving the house from one location to another. Helping out is part of our culture.
Volunteerism has helped cement and showcase many newcomer cultures here in Manitoba.
When communities volunteer together, they stay together.
I think that's what is central in a lot of the ethno-cultural communities in Winnipeg, is that there is a lot of the volunteering.
And also building on the incredible cultural mosaic that is a badge of honor for all Manitobans.
Winnipeg really is a very comfortable city for people to volunteer in. Citizens recognize that the strength of our city really is in the huge diversity of the people who live and make the city of Winnipeg home.